We all know the piece of filet mignon on the week 2 schedule belongs to our friends at Fox. When Tom Brady, TB12, will be sitting next to Kevin Burkhardt in the booth, and we'll be settling into a Super Bowl rematch. So, what's at stake? We all know what's at stake. I have it written down here just to make sure I haven't forgotten it, because I'm a lead pipe wielding professional. Would you care to guess the last time the Kansas City Chiefs started 0-2? Christopher Brockman? You want to guess? Anybody? Bueller?
2021?
Nope. TJ?
Oh, wait. 2015.
Oh, you're so close. But if it was Price is Right rules, you're still over. 2014.
So I win.
I guess, because you went all the way back.
What do you mean you guessed?
No,
That's
you
how the
did.
game works.
You did. Guys, we have some nice parting gifts for you.
Hey.
2014 was the last time the Kansas City Chiefs went 0-2. It was the only time in Andy Reid's 13 years, including this year tenure of the Kansas City Chiefs, in which the Chiefs did not make the playoffs. Missed it entirely. They went 9-8. So Mahomes has never started 0-2. They're staring it right down the pike right now. And, of course, all the questions this week are about what happened last time they faced each other, which was an absolute tar and feathering beatdown of the Kansas City Chiefs. Absolute disaster. I mean, the fact that the Super Bowl loss to Tampa, which caused the Chiefs to say, we can't let our wonderkind run around for his life anymore. We got to hit that offensive line. We got to go ahead and do something significant to prevent this from happening again. And what the Eagles did to Mahomes was sack him a career high 6 times in a game. That was a new low point for him in running for his life. So, of course, Mahomes was asked how much he revisits that moment in advance of this rematch this weekend.
I'll watch every game after, so you have to learn from it. I mean, that it's not, it sucks that you lose the game, but in order to progress and to be better next time, you have to watch it and learn from it. And so I don't know the exact amount of times, but you watch it, and then you watch it in the off season with the team and with the coaches, and then you watch it obviously this week as well. And so they had a great game plan. They played hard and did a great job of disrupting my timing. And so I have to learn from that, find ways to get the ball out of my hand, and then when the opportunities are there, I think that's something I did miss early in the game, is there was opportunities to make plays, and you got to make those plays, because if you don't, they're not going to allow those opportunities again.
Keep an eye on whether Xavier Worthy is playing, because when we had Andy Reid in our pre-broadcast Zoom in advance of the YouTube game in Brazil, Reid was talking about, and all of them were talking, Reid and Mahomes and Travis Kelce, about how everybody took responsibility for their hand in that Super Bowl loss and how healthy that was. Like Andy Reid was, we asked him about how do you help your team bounce back from something like that, and he said just listening to them. Because everybody was talking about what they didn't do, not what everyone else wasn't doing, which is why seeing Drew Tranquill bark at Chris Jones in the loss in Brazil, it's the opposite of that. Now, we had Chris Long on yesterday's program, or 2 days ago, and he basically said, that's healthy. Dante Hightower barked at me back in the day, and we were cool. So, listen, what Reid said in taking his own responsibility is he said that Xavier Worthy, there was an opportunity to have a package for him in the quick game, and they weren't able to execute it. They didn't do it. Kind of went away from it in that game, and that's where he said we do have a significant package for him in Brazil, and then 3 snaps in, collision with Travis Kelce, and that goes out the window. How much action will we see from Xavier Worthy, if at all? Because that would be significant. Because everybody with Slay now gone is going right at the side that Quinyon Mitchell isn't. We saw your Cowboys do that. We saw CeeDee Lamb have quite the night, you know.
Went after Dory Jackson, yeah.
And that's where I think the Chiefs are going to be trying to make some hay here. And the question is with who? Is it with Hollywood Brown? Could it be with Xavier Worthy? What are we going to see there? And then, of course, you know, how are they going to protect up front? Now, they do have the highest paid center and right guard. And those are the guys I imagine that will be paying attention to Jalen Carter, whose return gives the Eagles more than a spitting chance. Woo! I find myself so funny.
We'll be here all week, folks. Tip your server.
Very expensive saliva that man has. I mean, it's just a little. If a little spittle is $57,000 worth, could you imagine what the whole thing is?
Might have been a lot.
Okay.
Just looked up.
So he'll be playing his first action of the season, and I imagine the Eagles will target A.J. Brown once before the final drive of the game this time around.
Almost guaranteed. Higher register.
I'm going higher register. Maybe I don't think I have to go that high to believe it.
I would bet he gets the first play of the game.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Just let's go. Hey,
Yeah.
Devontae Smith didn't have much going in his direction either.
Yeah, but he's not going to complain.
Well, A.J. Brown didn't either.
Well, remember last year.
I
Was it
remember
the year
he's
before?
he's reading books, trying to stay calm and find his inner excellence. I know. Eagles, if you recall, last year started 2-2, and everybody's like, "What's going on there?" And snap, cut to 4 months later.
Fetty.
Yeah, they're greasing telephone poles. So we'll see here with the Eagles. You know, their opening night seemed to be just like the Cowboys after the rainstorm, a bit of a gear grind. But they made the right plays. They're going into Arrowhead. How much will that matter? Significantly, I would say. Again, I just counsel everybody that the Chiefs are gettable right now. Let's see how things work out over the next 6 weeks. If you do get them, because they are beatable in your mind, I remind you, Rashee Rice comes back. It's a long marathon. And then in between, even with everything, with Xavier Worthy going out, and with them having, just like last year, multiple drives of 10-plus plays, grinding it out, you know. I know Butker missed an extra point, but he nailed one from 59 out in a fire drill. You know, the punt god was still downing the ball inside the 10. Defensively, I know Chris Jones took that poor path and that they were out of sorts defensively, and I think Mina Kimes is joining us to talk about that shortly. They still had a chance to win that game. As for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, I was told, gave a bunch of bulletin board material to the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, wait a minute. I'm told that's the exact opposite.
It's just another opportunity for us. You know, that's been my approach on it. You know, we got a lot that we can learn from this past week. We know we're playing a really good team. It's a new team, and we're a new team. But just approaching it with that mentality and just taking really a day at a time with our preparation.
You get extra excited for going up against Patrick Mahomes, someone that's viewed as, if not the best, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You faced him before. Does that get you extra up for a game like this?
It's just another opportunity. I look at it as another opportunity, you know, looking inward and just focusing on the things that we can build on as a team. As I said last week, there are a lot of opportunities to grow from. We're playing a new team. We're a new team, and we just want to approach it with that. Be diligent every single day in our prep.
I'm just wondering, deep down, Jalen Hurts, like, you excited to play Patrick Mahomes, Jalen? You excited about that? Do you have the drop, Jay Felling?
What up were they really thinking?
I'm just wondering if what Jalen Hurts was really thinking is like, I have a follow-up question for you, kind sir of the media. Who's the reigning Super Bowl MVP? Oh, who's the guy who was on an offense that eviscerated Patrick Mahomes' defense, allowing my defense to do the same to Mahomes? Oh, okay. Who's the guy who has come from the middle of nowhere on depth charts in Alabama and here, where nobody thought I was going to get a chance, and everyone's wondering, why am I still here? Who's turned into the man? Oh, why don't you go ask Patrick Mahomes if he's excited at an opportunity to take on a quarterback that was the last MVP of the Super Bowl? Why don't you go ask him that question? I'm wondering if is there an even slight sliver of an ounce of that in Jalen Hurts? He'll never show it.
Never.
Ever. Show it.
It's in there.
But what do you think?
For sure
But
it's in there.
he won't let it out.
sure
He
it's in
keeps
there.
that animal caged. But everyone, he's got the, like he said when he called in years ago, Rich, he's got the dog in him, right?
He keeps that animal caged until game day, right?
I mean, it might come out in practice.
Yeah, practice, weight room, game
Weight
day.
room for sure.
Would anybody ask Patrick Mahomes that question? Hey, Patrick, you excited to take on any other quarterback in the league? Name another one.
Rich,
Josh Allen?
If you want to put me on a flight to KC, I guarantee you that question gets asked.
Okay, I don't. No, I don't think.
Okay.
So, I mean, be careful. You don't want to mess with your invite to all the weddings in Kansas City, Stone Street.
That's true.
If he does it again in front of people.
Yeah, good point there.
Kelsey. Listen, I'll tell you. I'm one of my favorite storylines coming into the season is how will Mahomes internalize and externalize getting beat and hearing everybody say it's the time to get the Chiefs and the window's closing, if not closed. And he showed up looking like Mahomes has never looked body shape wise. And he was really spry in Brazil. He looked ready to roll, guys. And he, ran one in. I'm telling you, that's one way to come into this. I was coming to the season. I can't wait to see you in this game. And the other one that I was mentioning is how will Jalen Hurts wear being the Super Bowl MVP? By that, I mean externally and then internalize it with his play. And I can't wait to see this on the field. In Arrowhead, if he goes in and just like, we're back, and it's the same thing, and you're now 0-2 for the first time ever in the Mahomes era, and we're coming out of Arrowhead with a new Chiefs pelt on our wall from the Super Bowl and your home opener, and you're 0-2 for the first time, and now and the Eagles stroll into the rest of their season 2-0 like that, and their next game is at home against the Rams, and they'll probably be hearing, if this matters, from parts like this and all around, hey, that's the team that gave you the most trouble last year. If somehow, some way they blocked Jalen Carter, Mahomes, Stafford had somebody open in the snow, you might not have gone anywhere. Then Tampa, which is had fun at the Eagles' expense going back to the Sapp era, and then the current team.
Yeah, Gerald McCoy mentioned that on game day last week. What did it? 1-4 against the Bucs their last 5.
Here we go, man. And if they go into that stretch at 1-1, and the Chiefs now feel good about themselves at 1-1 because they've exercised a ghost in turning a page, that's what's at stake.
Let me ask you this.
Sunday afternoon.
If it is a similar blueprint and outcome of the Super Bowl, will you then be worried about the Chiefs?
At 0-2, seeing the same thing? I'd be worried about their chances to win the division again. But not bouncing back and making the playoffs and being a wild card team and going on another different type of run where it's now on you to have your best day and you're the ones that have to knock off the champs of your conference. But losing the division is a real possibility when you're 0-2. Although the one thing about this loss that's the silver lining is it's out of conference.
Yeah, non-conference, non-division.
Right. So it's still only 0-1 in conference and division. But the concern about them missing the playoffs entirely like the last time they were 0-2? Nuh-uh. No, sir. Not at all.
Yeah, me neither. I was just curious.
Good.
If it's a similar Super Bowl outcome.
I appreciate you were curious and you asked the question.
Hey, that's why I'm here.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.